Hi, my name is Liz Holbrook, recently retired Executive Director of the Border Car Chamber of Commerce and Industry, where I've spent the last 29 years serving the business community. In today's presentation, I'll be looking at the perspective of SME support and hopefully give you an insight into what a chamber is and what belonging to one can do for your business. So in South Africa, all chambers are voluntary business associations, giving the business the choice of membership or not, and that's why they require you to be a member before they grant access to their services or benefits. In no order of importance, I will briefly set out why your business ought to join the local chamber and touch on how they will enrich your goals. But let's unpack what is implied by membership and how your membership can support your enterprise, given that when you become a member, a range of benefits should be available to you. Firstly, access to information. Starting up a registered business involves a whole range of complex requirements, and you may be confronted with the statutory and legislative stuff that you may not have thought of, ranging from tax to conditions of employment and the Labour Relations Act. Not only are the requirements complex, the success of your business depends on your compliance and knowing when changes are imminent, especially if your business plan focuses on providing goods and services on a tender or contract basis, including to government. Don't, for example, fall in the trap of complacency by believing that you're wholly black owned. You don't need to have the necessary certification. Believe me, there's not just new startups that encounter unexpected twists and turns in the road to future growth. For example, a business that had been operating in East London and the Transkei for many years found themselves in a lengthy battle with the municipalities on what they believed was their right to advertise their business on new signage and pavements on the outside of their premises and along the roadsides, which are commonplace in many towns. Imagine their frustration and disbelief when all their new signs, including the poles they stood on, were demolished and taken away by the municipality. Turning to the chamber, they found, sadly, a little late, that they had infringed the municipal bylaws and could face further fines. One call to the chamber before going ahead could have saved them 40,000 rand. If you're planning to focus on importing and exporting, it is vital that you know what legislative requirements pertain. Example, for exporting, you will be required to supply a certificate of origin that shows where the goods you supply are being exported and were made. You also need to know what kind of documentation to have and to supply. And yes, in many instances, whether the person you've received the amazing order from is an actual business or not. Chambers can help with this too. Then we have business development. Most chambers offer courses on a range of relevant topics, helping you stay abreast of new developments. Usually, they will be a short course via Zoom or smaller groups that take the form of a specialized speaker, presenter, who will cover the essentials and generally empower you in the right direction, including helping you avoid costly and time-consuming mistakes. Also, and very importantly, most chambers operate specialized working groups or committees, which could range all the way from SMEs to infrastructure, transport, manufacturing, trade, tourism and support, even energy and technology. Through these working groups, you will have the opportunity to engage directly on current matters. These groups comprise of business owners and representatives, corporates and consultants, all leading and informing of trends, advising often, lobbying, and informing stakeholders, including government, of the challenges that business has in their sector. Some, but not all chambers, will also offer SME development programs, bridging the difference between direct support through to coaching and mentoring. Contacts, contacts, contacts. If I had 50 cents for every time I've been asked a question of contacts, I'd be streaming this from a distant island, somewhere in the Caribbean, aboard a luxury yacht. So chambers are known for their networking events and functions, and it's an established fact that over 55% of all members state the most important benefit to their business is not necessarily what you know, but who you know. Networking offers the solution to the expectations of meeting many more business people and enterprises, or in some cases being referred to potential business opportunities, or helping in finding ethical suppliers and service providers. It is better to engage with chamber members because, put simply, they are better business people, especially where a code of conduct applies to them. Chambers traditionally arrange networking events that are hosted both by their own members or specialized companies with a specific topic. This includes the now popular webinars and virtual seminars and workshops. These networking events are an ideal opportunity to sponsor or promote your own brand. Chambers may have a variety of events which form an integral part of their fundraising efforts, such as annual golf days, annual dinner, business breakfasts, lunches to cocktail evenings. These will, however, usually carry a charge or a fee. They too offer sponsorship opportunities, giving you an excellent opportunity to grow your exposure and promote your brand. Often big-name corporates and government VIPs are invited to major activities in creating the chances for you to meet business people that would not usually get the opportunity otherwise. Individual support in the world of mass business is becoming increasingly important. Surviving and thriving, especially in lockdown, requires resilience and courage. Going alone is likely to shorten your existence and viability. Memberships be an asset, or at least an investment. Letters of good standing and membership certificates supplied by Chamber on request establish your own standing in the business community. Chambers are ideally structured to support their members on an individual basis as well. This can include advice on markets, contact information, including names and contact details, all the way to assisting with access to inaccessible persons and organizations. They will also facilitate and assist with individual problems such as municipal billing, overcharging, or assisting with overdue electrical and water connections. So in summary, it's impossible to cover comprehensively the entire list or range of benefits and reasons why membership is so relevant and important in the time allocated. I would be happy to advise further on an individual basis. I'd however like to stress, in all my experience, it is advisable to have a reputable, well-established voice as your support. Chambers have existed for over 100 years, and this is because they constantly evolve and strive towards irrelevance, responding to meeting the needs of their members and being the authoritative voice. It is true, however, that members tend not to leverage the very reason they joined up in the first instant. So, become a member and exploit every benefit available, plus more. Best wishes in your enterprise, and may you thrive.